Hello everybody, my name is Oyebami Kende from Healthview Plus. You are all welcome to our workshop today. In our workshop today, we'll be talking about Lassa fever outbreak in Nigeria. What are some of the things that you need to know and some of the things that you need to do to protect yourself and your family and relatives and friends from this Lassa fever? I know some of you must have been having questions in your mind. What is this new disease all about? Why are people falling sick? This one is strange. How do we overcome? But today, we have come with the kind of knowledge that will equip you and help you to overcome this disease. So we'll start by asking ourselves, what is this Lassa virus? So Lassa fever is a zoonotic disease, meaning that humans become infected from contact with an infected animal. When an animal is being infected with a certain disease, some of these diseases can be transferred from animals to human beings. That is when that disease is called a zoonotic disease. A disease that is being transferred from an animal to human being. So in the case of Lassa fever, this disease can be transferred from an infected rodent or rats, to human being. Although these rats might not be showing any symptom of the disease, but when they are transferred to human being, it can cause problem. And human being can become sick from this Lassa virus. So this certain disease is hemorrhagic in nature, meaning that it can cause bleeding. Human beings can start bleeding from their nose, from their ears, from their mouth, even from the pores of their skin. Human beings can become so much infected that they can even start vomiting blood. That is how terrible this Lassa fever is. And an unfortunate thing is that 8 out of every 10 people with this virus show no symptoms. So you don't know who has contracted this Lassa fever until some certain stage of the virus manifestation in human being. But 2 out of 10 can show symptoms early enough for you to discover. So how do we now go about this certain fever, Lassa fever? So how can we contract this Lassa fever? You see, human beings usually become infected with Lassa virus from exposure to urine or feces of an infected rat. When a rat drops its urine or feces, or some people call it droppings, where human being can have contact with it, human being can become infected with this Lassa virus. And we don't know which of these rats are infected, because these rats, they don't show symptoms for this Lassa virus. So it is very, very important that we are careful of contracting this Lassa rat. Human being can also contact this virus when they have contact with an infected human being. Okay, Lassa virus may also be spread between humans through direct contact with the blood, urine, feces, or other bodily secretion of an infected person. Okay, so if some of our friends, our family members are infected with this Lassa virus, they can transfer it to us when we hug them, when we have handshakes with them, when we have contact with any of their body secretion. So what are the symptoms of Lassa fever? Before we go into the symptoms of Lassa fever, I want you to know that the incubation period of Lassa fever ranges from 6 to 21 days, which means the disease can manifest in human beings between 6 days to 21 days. So that is for somebody who is symptomatic. It is usually gradual, and they usually start with general weakness. You see somebody becoming so weak, he cannot stand, he cannot do anything, so the person is not agile. Then the person becomes so feverish, the temperature becomes so high, you see them shivering, and they start sweating porously. So another symptom that can be seen in this Lassa fever is cough. An infected person from this Lassa fever can show a symptom of cough. You see them start coughing, you see them start coughing all around, and at the same time, they can Lassa fever can cause diarrhea. So when you start seeing people coughing, having some kind of general weakness, having diarrhea, you should know that this person might have been infected with this Lassa fever. It can also come with nausea and vomiting. Sometimes you can find blood in the vomit of this person. So when you start seeing all these things, then we should be careful. Then it is very possible that this person has contracted Lassa fever. Then the terrible part is that you see some people having blood coming out of their mouth, their nose, far from their ears and eyes. So these are some of the symptoms of this Lassa fever. So what can I do to prevent Lassa fever? There are several things we can do to prevent ourselves from contracting this Lassa fever. And one of them is that we should avoid any contact with rats. Since we do not know which rat might have been infected with this Lassa virus, it is very, very important for us to avoid any form of contact with any kind of rats. So it is very, very important that we block every entry that rats might have to our apartment or where we can easily contract them. Another thing is that dirty environment invites rats. It is very, very essential for us to clean our environment. When rats cannot find an hiding place, rats will not come to such places. But when places were so unkept, smelly, you see rats coming, this kind of things invite rats. And when rats are coming to a dirty environment, and we also go to that kind of environment, or we make our environment dirty, we are very, very much at high risk of contracting Lassa fever. Another thing is, for those who are caregivers, if you're a nurse or you are a doctor, it's very, very important for you to wear protective gear before attending to any patient that might be suspected of contracting this certain Lassa fever virus. This is very, very important because as caregivers, you can even be the carrier of this virus to another patient who does not have this virus, fever initially. So it is very, very essential that as caregivers we protect ourselves before attending to any patient. So in our homes, it is very, very essential that we store our food in rat-proof containers so that rats will not have access to our food. When rats have access to our food, in fact, passing through our food would cause catastrophe. And when our food is being infected and we eat it, we can also become infected. So it is important that we store our food in rat-proof container. Washing our hands is very, very essential at this time. We should wash our hands regularly with soap and water. With this, we can be so sure that at least we are avoiding Lassa fever. So if you have any question, it is very, very important that you send Lassa as an SMS to 117. Thank you for listening to this workshop and have a very blessed day. Thank you.